What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the. Mm, it's a splash of Diddy Canonicals because Mopreme Shakur thinks that Honeycomb needs to be investigated for Pac's untimely demise. So we're gonna listen to a little bit of it. Had to chop it up because I did. He didn't do like Art didn't do like he do with Gene and post small little snippets. This was a whole interview. So let's see what Mopreme has to say.
Absolutely. That's why I'm curious to see how they plan to deal with the case because he, in his own admissions, mentions other people.
Are they talking
You
about
know,
Keefe
are they going
D?
to say what happened to these people? Yes, Puffy being one of them. Uh, I don't know where that's going to lead.
Right there, they're talking about the fact that Keefe D did mention, and Keefe D has said, and I have yet to do the video on Whack. I'm not calling him by that whole name because he's just Whack. How he double talks and all the other crap. But Whack was like his man was lying, and I think they said something about Keefe D had a bond, and Whack said he was gonna bail him out because the man was just talking. It's in a book. You did. He did numerous interviews. He involved other folk, Honeycomb included.
But I do believe there were accomplices. And I don't think all of them have been looked at. So, because over the years, it's a lot of years, amongst the family, we talk, we want to figure it out too. We thinking certain things too. So, we're waiting to see if we can trust this process.
I agree. I agree with you. If you believe in everything Keefe D is saying about what happened in the white Cadillac, then you got to take serious when he mentioned Puffy, and you can't gloss over that.
Affirmative. It's like they said they brought the indictment because of his own words. Well, in his own words, he said a whole bunch of shit. How much you going to hold him accountable for?
That part. In his own words, Whack. Not nobody else's. Out his own mouth. He filled in pieces that other people didn't know.
Accountable for, because as well as the family, the fans, his people, the fans, his Pac's fans is his family. They run deep, and they don't usually bullshit, and they sincerely want to know what happened, as well as us, as well as the fam. So we gonna see.
We definitely gonna see. So I had Keefe D on the platform. I had him on the platform about 5 times, man. And he said that Diddy, he was scared of Tupac and Suge, and when he would come to LA, he would use him and the Southside Crips, for protection. And he made so many comments on my platform, man. He also made a comment saying that, Diddy, when he was around Diddy made a comment about putting a hit on Tupac and Suge. So how you feel when you hear stuff like that?
Very interesting. I wasn't there. I've heard these stories before. Um, and if it's true, you know, what's going to happen? You said on your own platform. He said this on your platform that he put up $1 million to get Pac in.
Yeah, correct.
That part. Keefe admitted, well, he said that he was hired for a meal. And then come to find out somebody really did receive a meal. The question now is, can they track down that meal around that time that Tupac life was taken?
He was around Puffy, and Puffy made a comment when they was around. Yeah,
Okay. And then Pac got hit.
you're right.
Right. So, Hey man, I watch Law and Order. I ain't no cop. I ain't no lawyer. I watch Law and Order. You know what I'm saying? And the way this is going, it looks like a certain type of thing is going down. We gonna see.
Yeah, because I mean, if everything Keefe D is saying is true, and this is Keefe D saying this, not me, Keefe D, he's the one saying this. I mean, Tupac and Orlando, they would have never fought. You know, Tupac, he would have never got killed. I mean, none of this would have never happened, man, if it wasn't for that bounty, right?
It would seem so. Hey, this is what I do.
So how did the fight really come about? Because Art just said, I don't even know if that's a man name, but I'm just calling it, that's his channel, the Art of Dialogue. He just said the fight between Tupac and Orlando would have never happened if it wasn't for the bounty on Tupac's head. So that makes me wonder, why did the fight really come about? What was planted that made the fight come about? Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. All right, I think this is the rest of what I recorded.
Right?
You're right.
It would seem so. And then my brother was murdered. Uh, I know a lot of brothers I know in LA that if they were doing business with a group of brothers and one of them, well, he wasn't then, but now, you know, he's a billionaire, right? That's what he said. He's a billionaire, right? He got bread.
Talk about honeycomb. I never really actually looked up his worth, but everybody is saying the billionaire word. So maybe he is a billionaire. Well, was. Everything that got taken away from him, who knows?
I don't see that individual not paying for it in some kind of way. What was the incentive? You know, what was the incentive? Was the incentive just revenge, or was the incentive
Jealousy.
for that supposed money that Puffy supposedly put up? Which one was the incentive? That's what I guess they're going to figure out in court.
We're going to see, man, because I agree with you. If they taking this case serious, then they got to interview Puffy. I mean, you got to.
I mean, that's Puffy's homie. You know what I mean? They have a relationship. They're friendly. They know each other. So it's very much feasible. You know, and if law enforcement choose to ignore that, that's something to look at. And
Well, that's the end of that. Because
you know,
y'all
if the
all
LA
know that they say, I don't think it should be LAPD, but you know, they're saying the LAPD is crooked. And clearly, Honeycomb has them in his pockets. I'm just saying what I was saying. Now, I think this is my last video on him. So I'm going to end it here. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Should Honeycomb have been brought up in an interrogation room by now about what Keefe D said? And then it gives you the, why hasn't he been, has he been questioned already? Is it a weird coincidence that Keefe D drops his name and then all of a sudden the sugar honey iced tea starts tumbling down the pipes, if you know what I mean? Honeycomb was living a good life. Good life. And then Keefe D's like, oh no, that's the man who hired us to go after Tupac. Just like water in the sun. I'm out of here, coach. What up, y'all? It's Diddy Coolish. I mean, it's involving Diddy, but it's not just about Diddy. As y'all can see, we had my baby. Happy birthday. By the time y'all gonna get this tomorrow, so y'all not going to get it the day of his birthday. It's Sunday, June 16th. My baby's birthday. Happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday. And then we have Mopreme, who y'all be hearing speaking. on. I've told this story before, but I want y'all to hear it from somebody who was actually close into that situation, talking about the Quad Studios shooting. All right, ready? Here y'all go. Wait. Let me make sure it's turned up. Because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I had to turn it down. And here we go, y'all.
He felt like he was set up because he thought he was amongst friends. And when it went down, he was surrounded by a bunch of people we thought was his friends.
And he felt like Puffy, he knew what was going to happen, and he didn't give him a heads up.
Well, yeah. I mean, he saw.
Huh?
You recording?
Yeah. My bad, y'all. It's Father's Day. Life is life.
Sees up in the window, like, come up. And everybody drawing him in. You know, come to the studio. You know what I mean? And Bad Boy had saturated the whole that neighborhood. That they were in the studio, multiple rooms in the studio, and they were shooting a video around the corner.
So, C's was up in the building, Quad Studios building, telling Tupac to come up. They're shooting a video around the corner. So, of course, Pac thinking he's safe, right?
Bad Boy and their allies had covered that whole neighborhood. They were there, you know. Pac wasn't. There wasn't nothing for Pac to fear because he was supposed to have been amongst allies, you know. So something happened. Somebody knew.
Yeah, I can see how Pac felt like they had something to do with the setup, man. But speaking of Puffy, right, how do you feel about the rumor that Puffy, he gave a guy named Eric Von Zip a check for $1 million to give to Keefe D?
Now, remember what I told y'all, right? When Tupac was on that gurney and he looked over, he saw Honeycomb in bed. Why wouldn't you, if all this bad boy thing is going on and it literally just happened, why wouldn't you think Honeycomb had something to do with it, considering that it was like bad boy everywhere, right?
Kill Tupac.
I'm familiar with the story. I'm familiar with the dude. My man Big Psych, rest in peace, used to know that dude.
So you met Von Zip before. So how does that make you feel, man? Somebody that you met, and I'm sure that he knew that she was Tupac's brother. How does that make you feel knowing that he's the one that provided Keefe D with the gun to kill Tupac?
I mean, it's all fucked up. It was a setup. It was a plot to murder my brother. I feel fucked up about it. I don't know that nigga, but
I think that's in my part too, because I did post another video that y'all getting on Monday. Out on Monday. Shoot, my nose running. But this picture, hold on, this picture is killing me right now. But to know your brother, or to feel like your brother was set up not once but twice, and like I said in the last video, to know, not just to know that, but to know allegedly that the fight between Pac and Orlando wasn't supposed to happen. I need to dig deeper in that, because I would need to know if that fight wasn't supposed to happen. Like the person who told Tupac, okay, now I get it, because somebody went over to Tupac. They said the smallest of the bunch, but at the same time I don't know how to explain what Tupac was, the most passionate of the bunch, to go up to him. So was my bad? Was it his own camp that also set him up? Because it was somebody in his camp that walked up to him and was like, "That's the ninja right there that stole my chain." And that's when you see Pop, Suge, all of them bum rush to Orlando, and they all stomped this man out. I'm not thinking that Orlando Anderson would want to be the sheep. Okay, yeah, sure, I agree to be stomped out. I don't see that one, but hey, people do anything for money. Oh, people will do anything for money. I mean, let the story go. All this was allegedly there was a bounty. Well, not allegedly, but okay, they say there was a bounty on Pac's head for a meal, and now he's no longer with us. So, just like water in the sun, this is part two. I'm out of here, coach.